Fame, money, drugs, controversy. The cast of 2.5 Men lived a life wilder than the show itself. Charlie Sheen was pocketing $1.8 million per episode, the highest paid actor on television, and still lost everything. Angus T. Jones called the show filth and walked away from $350,000 per episode. And one beloved cast member never lived to see the finale. This is the real story that nobody talks about. Stay with us because what you are about to find out will genuinely shock you. Number 1. Charlie Sheen, the king who lost his crown. If there was ever a man born to play a role, it was Charlie Sheen as Charlie Harper. Born the 3rd of September, 1965 in New York City, son of legendary actor Martin Sheen, Carlos Irwin Estevez grew up with Hollywood in his blood. By 2003, he was 37 years old, already battle-tested, already magnetic, and absolutely electric on screen. Charlie Harper was every man's fantasy, a jingle writer, a Malibu beach house, no responsibilities, endless women, and a glass of scotch permanently within reach. But here's what made it truly special. Charlie Sheen wasn't acting. That was him. At his peak, he was pocketing $1.8 million per episode, the highest paid actor on television, period. But behind that beach house, the real Charlie Sheen was unraveling fast. Substance abuse, public meltdowns, an all-out war with creator Chuck Lorre that cost the production $10 million in losses alone. Then, in 2011, at just 45 years old, 3 words ended it all. Contract. Terminated. He went out swinging wild interviews, his famous winning era, but the world moved on. Today at 59, a public HIV diagnosis, hard health battles, a lifestyle Hollywood, once glamorized, now completely stripped away. 8 seasons, 176 episodes, $1.8 million per episode. The throne was real, but so was the fall. Number 2. Jon Cryer, the last man standing. If Charlie Sheen was the storm, Jon Cryer was the anchor that stopped the entire ship from sinking. Born the 16th of April, 1965, in New York City, his mother, a playwright, his father, a Broadway actor. When the show launched in 2003, Jon was 38 years old. Not the biggest name, not the highest paid, not the one on the posters. He was the straight man, the butt of every joke, the lovable loser standing next to a legend. While Charlie Harper was living every man's fantasy, Alan Harper was living every man's actual life. Divorced, broke, sleeping on his brother's couch, audiences didn't just laugh at Alan, they saw themselves in him. Then came 2011. Charlie was gone. Hollywood was writing the show's obituary. But Jon Cryer, 46 years old, refused to let it die. He stayed. He carried the entire show on his shoulders for 4 more seasons. And here is the number that says everything. Jon Cryer is the only cast member to appear in all 262 episodes. In 2012, that loyalty paid off. Emmy Award. Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. The man who spent 8 seasons in Charlie Sheen's shadow finally stepped into his own spotlight. Today at 59, still writing, still acting, still standing, Charlie had the crown. Jon had the staying power. Now, let's talk about the literal half of 2.5 Men. Number 3, Angus T. Jones, the half who walked away. Born the 8th of October, 1993, in Austin, Texas, Angus Turner Jones was just 9 years old when he first walked onto that Malibu beach house set. 9 years old, carrying 1/3 of the entire show on his tiny shoulders. And he was brilliant at it. Jake Harper was the heartbeat of the family, the glue between Charlie's chaos and Alan's anxiety. By his teenage years, Angus was earning $350,000 per episode, one of the highest paid child actors in television history. The future looked completely limitless. And then he blew it all up himself. In 2012, at just 19 years old, Angus sat in front of a camera and told the entire world to stop watching the show that made him a millionaire. He called it filth. The internet exploded. The cast was stunned. The network was furious. By season 10, his role was reduced. By season 12, he was completely gone. He walked away from hundreds of millions in potential earnings. For faith? For conviction? For a belief that the spotlight was destroying him from the inside out. Today, at 31 years old, no red carpets, no auditions, no interviews, just a young man who chose his peace over his paycheck. You can disagree with his decision, but you absolutely cannot deny his courage. Number 4. Ashton Kutcher, the man nobody wanted. Imagine being handed the most impossible job in Hollywood. Replace a legend. Win over an audience that already hates you before you say a single word. That was Ashton Kutcher's reality in 2011. Born the 7th of February, 1978, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Christopher Ashton Kutcher was just 33 years old when CBS called. Hugh Grant was approached first. He said no. Then they called Ashton. And the internet had one response: seriously? The mockery was immediate. The doubt was deafening. But Ashton said it best himself. I cannot replace Charlie Sheen, but I will work my absolute hardest to entertain people. And he meant every word. The season 9 premiere drew 27.7 million viewers. Nobody wanted Ashton Kutcher. And then nobody could imagine the show without him. Today, at 47, a rare autoimmune disease temporarily robbed him of his sight and hearing, a very public, personal rebuilding. He came in as the man nobody wanted. He left having proved every single doubter completely wrong. Number 5. Conchata Ferrell, the one who never got her flowers. Stop everything, because this one hits differently. Conchata Ferrell, born the 28th of March 1943 in Charleston, West Virginia. She was 60 years old when she first picked up that mop and became Berta. 60 years old and still the funniest person in every single room she entered. She had no glamour, no romantic storyline, no Emmy campaign behind her name. What she had was something far more rare: the ability to walk into any scene, deliver one single line, and bring the entire audience to its knees. 2 Emmy nominations. Both times, she went home without the award. The industry never fully gave her what she deserved, but the audience always knew. Then, on the 12th of May, 2021, Conchata Ferrell passed away at 77 years old. She never got to see the finale. She never got to take that final bow. Jon Cryer said, losing her felt like losing the soul of the show itself. She came in as a 2-episode guest. She left as the heartbeat of 2.5 Men. The flowers she never received in life, this moment right here, is for her. Number 6. Holland Taylor, the legend they underestimated. Born the 14th of January, 1943 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Holland was already 60 years old when Evelyn Harper first graced that beach house with her magnificent, monstrous presence. Today, at 82 years old, still working, still inspiring, still proving that in this industry real talent has absolutely no expiry date. Number 7. Marin Hinkle. Born the 23rd of March 1966 in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, yes, Tanzania, she was 37 years old when Judith Harper first appeared on screen. And from episode 1, she was perfect. Judith made you feel 2 completely opposite things simultaneously. 12 seasons. There, from the very first episode to the very last. Today at 59, still working with the same quiet excellence that made her irreplaceable. And sometimes that is the most remarkable story of all. 7 people, 1 legendary show, and 7 completely different stories of fame, failure, courage, and survival. 2.5 Men ran for 12 seasons and gave the world 262 episodes of pure television gold. But the real story was always happening off camera. If this video gave you something today, hit that like button right now and subscribe because we have more stories just like this one coming your way. Until next time, take care of yourselves.